when you're in front of those guys, you feel the dominance, with the speed and the hockey IQ.
Yeah, and like I'll tell you right now, like I think watching, like, because I've watched Enzo for a couple of years now.
Okay.
Like he's obviously been, he's a star, right? But seeing it live, I was like, wow, he might be one of the best players I've ever played with or seen. Like dude, his skill is, I think skill-wise might be skill in terms of skill. Might be the best roller hockey player that I've seen in a long time.
He's a figure here in France.
He's a massive figure, and I think, but I also think, but even someone like him who has had so much success, right?
Yeah.
I think it's important for even like guys of that caliber to like understand, like, we're not here to outskill anybody. Like we're here to just kind of help the team and kind of inject what we think is going to help. And everybody, like I said, the locker room has been so positive. There's a lot of like uptrend. There's a lot of things that we're looking forward to for this season. But I think the way that us imports, like not even just Americans, but like a Lewis is an import technically, Loic. You even got guys like Johan, Guada, Pierre-Antoine Devin. Like, we all bring something different to the team. And I think even the guys that have been there last year, I think we all understand, like, we can all help each other, whether that be on or off the rink. And I think that's the reason why we've had such a good start. And I'm going to be honest, I think we're in for a really good next couple of weeks. I think we're going to win a lot of games this year, for sure. Like, I'll keep saying it, like, practice is the hardest thing I've ever done here. Not even just here, but in my career. I think practice is probably the hardest thing I go through, and it's always good seeing you.
So that's why you're so locked in practice, because your eyes are on the rink all the time, and you're dialed in and
always picking up what other guys are doing. I'm still a student of the game too, as much as I've played pro. Like, I'm still a student of the European game. I'm a student of just the roller hockey game in general. So anytime I could watch my teammates in practice, when I see Loic do something, or I see Quentin, or I see Enzo, like, I can always learn something from somebody. Even a Lewis, like guys that are younger than me, even Johan, Cameron, kids that are young, like, you can learn so much from these guys. Even our goalies, man.
He's doing great, Cameron.
He is. I told Cameron the other day, I think in a couple of years he's going to be one of the not only premier players in this league, but I think he's going to be one of the premier players in America. I really believe that. And I was fortunate to play a season with him last year, so I kind of got to see a little bit. And I played against him my entire life, but last year was like the first time that I got to play with him for a full season. So I was fortunate to kind of know what this team was going to get. And like at first, me and him had some, we had to make some adjustments to our game to kind of make sure that we can play in this system. But his talent he's super talented, man. He has these young kids, man. These young kids that we have on our team have such a bright future in this game. Like Johan, Seb, Quentin, Leo, Lewis, Cameron. Like the younger guys, the guys that are under 21. They are so talented, man. Like these young kids, man. These young kids that we have on our team have such a bright future in this game. Like Johan, Seb, Quentin, Leo, Lewis, Cameron. Like the younger guys, the guys that are under 21. They are so talented, man. Like dude, I'm telling you, the younger kids are super talented. Like I would never thought in my career, I never thought I would learn so much from younger guys, and I've learned more from younger guys in the last 7 weeks than I think I've ever had in my hockey career. And it's special. It's cool that you can learn something from everybody. Even hands wise, like some of these kids, man, like I don't understand, I don't get it, like at all.
So what are precisely the adjustments that you've made so far to adapt to the Kong style?
Yeah, I think getting rid of the puck quickly, getting the puck on
I
your
told you
stick,
that, yeah.
seeing where everything is. But I think,
noticed that.
but even like when you play like really good ice hockey, that's kind of something you have to do anyway. Is you kind of have to know where the puck's going before you get it.
Yeah.
Like where can I send it where it's not going to get picked? Like where can I, take my chances? And I like that tip that you gave me the other day with kind of just owning my game a little bit more and kind of creating more chances. But the one thing I think you've seen in my game is the adjustment is definitely resetting in the neutral zone, not taking the puck all the way behind the net.
Yeah.
Only doing it off of a draw, or only doing it if we really don't have anything.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's been the biggest adjustment to my game that I've had to make is not like there was a nickname that I got in the U.S. It was called U-turn.
U-turn.
Yeah, because all I would do is just circle back and like reset behind the net, like going down, hit the brakes, and then kind of reset. So one of my coaches growing up gave me the nickname U-turn. Yeah, and it's funny, but like in America, like that's the way the game is played. So I think just the adjustment here has been, just really embracing the reset in the half court versus going all the way back. And honestly, man, like another big adjustment is the nets. Like shooting lower, shooting more precisely. Like in America, the nets are massive. So when I'm happy to go home and kind of be able to see the net bigger. It's gonna look like a soccer net to me, honestly. But here, man, like the goalies do a phenomenal job. Like Tanner and Chase do a great job of cutting the angles.
Yeah.
So
man, I don't really know why is that. Why are nets in
the U.S. bigger?
Or smaller in Europe?
I think it's because of the size of the rink. In the United States, like everything's already bigger as it is.
Okay.
Like the Olympic size, like a lot of the roller hockey tournaments that we play over the summer, they're usually played on either like NCAA level, like size wise, or like Olympic size hockey rinks.
Okay.
So the nets can't really be that small, just because there's a lot of things going on. So I mean, but like even it's funny, like
do you think it's easier for Chase?
Yeah, that's a great question. I was actually just gonna get to that. I think for his style, yes. He's already like when I play him at home, he already covers most of the net. Like he does such a good job with angles and understanding where his deception, like how he can bait a shooter, how he can bait a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
But I think here, he even told me, and you could ask him next time you see him in practice, but the way that he looks behind and kind of like does certain things, it's a little bit different here because in America the posts are kind of circular and the net's bigger. So you can kind of see a little bit more through the net when you're looking behind and you're coming back in front. But like I said, he's been so phenomenal. So I don't think the adjustment for him was as hard because he has a lot of hockey experience as well. So he's able to adjust his game quick and kind of make it, and he's an integral part of our team. So I think we were all able to kind of help him out with that aspect. Shooting in practice, kind of like, all of us have things to work on, right? But
maybe staying late after practice.
And even like Chase has even told me too, like I think this is practice-wise, this is the hardest thing we've ever had to go through. By far, by a million, like.
Okay.
And I think that's super important for these younger kids at home that like are listening to this. Like I think it's the work that you put in is what you get out of it. And I don't think people in roller hockey specifically, I don't think enough people work out and work on their games. So I think if you really want to come to Europe and play this level and style, you have
professional side maybe.
Right.
Say.
Right, like we have a professional league, right? I mean, it's not like as big as it is here. But we really don't have that opportunity to practice with each other, kind of do drills and do things. So a lot of the times, even if we go a night before a tournament and we're away, the biggest thing that we're going to do is scrimmage a lot. And like that's great for building chemistry and kind of building lines and doing that. But I think if you really want to get better as a player, like I struggled the first 3 weeks in practice just with the drills, the tempo, how quick everything was, and I tell my parents I'm really happy that I'm going through it because I think at the end of the day when this is all said and done, whenever that is,
what do they think about the whole thing you're doing here?
My parents?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at home I hold 3 degrees. 3 degrees, an associate's, a bachelor's, and a master's in accounting and taxation. So when I graduated college this year, it was a big decision for me to either start working or come here and playing. The reason why I came here was because I never really had a college experience. So that was one, right? Obviously, like, I have great Americans. Obviously, I have great teammates. I have a great city. So, like, that was easy to kind of make the decision. But with my parents, it wasn't about making the decision. It was about kind of, like, telling them, like, what I was going to do. And, like, you know, at first, they're like, you're moving across the world playing roller hockey. Like, there's leagues for this that, you know, do and care this much. But, I think my parents are starting to slowly understand, like, this was kind of an experience I needed to go through in my life, just because I've been on so many hockey trips, but I think I posted something the other day. I said, this is my greatest adventure yet, and I truly believe that. On the rink, off the rink. It's my greatest adventure yet. Seeing the city, meeting guys from France and Belgium and countries that I would have never in a million years thought that I would be doing. My parents have not really vacationed to Europe. I don't think they've ever vacationed to Europe. I think I'm the first one in my family to go to Europe. And not only go to Europe, but live in Europe. So I had a cousin study abroad in Italy. She had a phenomenal time. And that she's another inspiration to me, because she had not an easy life growing up. So, you know, between the imports, between having my cousin do this, who's been through a lot and kind of was able to move away on her own and come to a foreign country and study abroad here, like there's no question that this was something that I definitely had to give a shot for, and I'm super. This has been the best time of my life here, for sure, man. I've won.
Glad to hear that.
I've won national tournaments. I've played pro in the big tournaments, right? But I think coming here and experiencing the culture and meeting, like I said, like our apartment, we only have it's me and 3 other guys, but in our apartment there's three different countries that live in our apartment. There's Americans, we have a Belgian, and we have a Louis from France. Like, the fact that we all live together and we were able to hang out with each other, you know, like, have a good time, and, you know, like, we're from 3 different places in the world. Like, that is incredible. You know what I mean? Usually when you go to university in America, you know, you have foreign exchange students that come from different countries, but it's not as prevalent as it is. Like I said, there's only 4 guys in our apartment, including myself, and we're from 3 different countries. Like, that is super dope, man. Like, that is super, super awesome. And I think, like I said, there are great days.
I think that's very common in France.
Yeah, for sure. Like, meeting people from other countries, but, you know, in terms of, like, university and living with other people, you're kind of, like, living with other Americans for the most part. I had a buddy growing up in high school that housed a foreign exchange student, but it's not something that you see a lot in America. You see a lot of different cultures. Like, New York City's a melting pot. Like, you see so many different cultures. You see so many different types of people, religions, races, origins of country, like, just all that. But I think here, the biggest thing I've taken away from this experience so far is 2 things. 1, like, how much this has made me a better person. And 2, like, getting to live and hang out with people from different countries. We all live together. Like, that is unbelievable, man. Like, that really is a testament to, like, calling the team, like, how well they're able to gel guys quickly. But I think it's a testament to, like, you know, how they are, like, my roommates, like, how they took me in, how I take them in. It's we have a great relationship, man. And, like, there are days, there are great days, there are good days, and then there are days where we kind of just do our own thing. But when we are together and we are doing, you know, everything together as an apartment, or even when we go to, you know, like, the other guys' apartments, or we go to, you know, do, you know, lunches, or we go to have a couple of drinks. It's super, you know.
One thing that strikes me a lot is seeing in the elite level, people are just nicer. And that's something that I was very shocked to see, actually, how nice our players are with each other, bro. And now I understand why it needs to be like that to play that level, bro. because otherwise you can have that. You can have that.
You need to have a good culture. I say it, I say it at home with my work. I say it in school. I say it with hockey. If your culture is not good, it doesn't matter how good, you could have the best player in the country or you could have the best import, but if your culture is not built and it's not something you're working and striving for, then it doesn't matter how good you think your team is or how good of a team you have. You really got to focus on putting yourself as a person first, because then everything else will take care of itself. Like the hockey will take care of it. And I think, like I said, like we lost against Villeneuve, but I mean, I'll say this, like that was the happiest I've seen any team I've ever been on lose. But it wasn't because we were happy we lost. Like that's not it. We were happy because we saw the potential, and we understood now what it takes to be at that level to win. And I think we were happy because if it wasn't as close of a game, then the culture could have easily been busted, and it could have definitely been a long time to kind of rebuild. But the fact that it was a very close game, we worked very hard. We didn't get the result we wanted, but we knew that we had something special. I think that definitely helps for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? So that's why it sucked playing one of the better teams right off the jump. But I think we learned not only a lot about our team that weekend, but I think we learned a lot about ourselves as humans. So
good,
for sure.
Good, man. It's been such a great time having you
Yeah,
here,
man. I had a blast. Let me ask you a question. Since I've been in France, like you would come to America, right?
Yeah,
man. We'd love to have you playing a Norwich event or a Tours event or whatever. So
I would love that. I would love that.
Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate.
Okay,
Nice,
thank you very much, man.
Yeah, for sure. Happy. Thank you for having me. French Wheels. Follow on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post it. He'll post it, right?
Yeah.
So stay in tune with French Wheels. He's up and coming, and he's next up. I'm telling you, he's next up. He's next up.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much,
brother.
man.
Absolutely.
So good.